All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Tuesday stream here at the Card Guys YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be exploring Hala further. We explored her a bit last week. We played a couple games, discovered a couple things about her, and, well, I think we're going to poll the chat in a couple minutes because I think there are two possible builds we could go with today. Now, from my playing of Hala, I have come to the conclusion that if you play her as a dual wield warrior, you're better off playing Kasai Fang or Hatchet Dory. So that means she needs to lean into some things that she does better than the other warriors, right? There's no point in playing the second best aggro deck. There's no point in playing the second best fatigue deck. There's no point in playing the second best dual wield warrior deck. So what are the two possibilities that we're going to explore today? The first is a way more defensive version of Hala. This is a deck that, well, as we saw last week when we played against Jarl, the card efficiency of this deck is ridiculously high. You basically can turn a flurry token and a blue or two blues into 8 damage without really using a card. Now, obviously, there's some you don't just get flurry tokens naturally, but the card efficiency of this deck is ridiculously high. And then if we combine it with things like the D reacts, combine it with some disruption, life gain from Fiddler's Greens and Sirens, that could be an angle of attack because she does have very good value, but it's not as consistent as Hatchet Dory, as a defensive built Kasai. It doesn't have the same peaks as Fang when Fang has 3 fealty. So that's option 1. Option 2 is leaning into the OTK style of Bolton and basically attacking like 4 to 5 times with Zenith Blade after dealing some chip damage and basically killing them in 1 turn. Basically, to do that, we're going to need things like Sharpened Senses. That will be our go-again source. So Bolton had his hero ability. We're going to have to actually use a card to do that. We're going to need gold tokens. We're going to need potions. We're going to need extending effects. We're going to need to copy Lumina basically with other warrior cards. So we have things like Duskpath Pilgrimage. We have things like Twinning Blade and stuff like that. And then we need the ramping of damage. So that can come from things like Brimming Blade, Oath of Steel. There are some things that double counters. And obviously we can just use our hero ability. So that is going to be very card intensive. I don't know if that is worth it, but you basically can play like a mid-range game with them and then kind of oops into a combo. Now, that sounds exactly like Acilio, but we're not going to play Acilio, so yeah. Now, the other possibility, but we kind of did this last week, is you use Paragon Plate and you use that to pay for disruptive. Generally 2 cost things, could be 1 cost, could be 3 costs. And basically, your opponent doesn't know if you're going to pump the blade, if you're going to attack again with the blade, or you're going to remove counters from the blade to pay for a disruptive piece. So you basically go like sword attack into disruption. So that is another unique angle that Hala can do. So let's take a quick poll of chat. One of the benefits for you guys that are here on time and here live, you guys will get to kind of decide what we're going to do today. So, how should we build Hala today? So the first one was defensive. Basically, DGA with a sword. The other one is Boomina Hala. You are not shadow banned from chat. I can see you. All right. You know what? We'll add your suggestion, Death to Monkeys. 4 to 6 with disruptive 2. Okay, so sword, Paragon plate. What do we call this? Paragon plate disruption. All right. Okay. Go vote. While you guys are voting, I will kind of chit chat a little bit, and we'll see. I did buy something recently. I thought it's kind of funny. I saw this at a local flea market. Drink responsibly. Don't spill it. Now I don't really drink anymore. Now that I'm in my 30s, but I thought that was kind of funny. We just got some sparkling blood orange, my favorite flavor. Just got off work. It's warrior time. Hell yeah, Derek. It is warrior time. Yeah, that's the way I've come around to playing her, at least until Mastery Pack Warrior. Hopefully it lets us go wide on the Zenith Blade plan. Yeah. All right. Let's see what are people voting for. Looks like currently Paragon Plate into Disruption is winning. But we'll see what you guys want to do. That is kind of what we did last week, so yeah. So I did have a skirmish. Is it called a skirmish? Yes, skirmish season 14. I got all the way to the finals, but I couldn't quite get there. It turns out Azalea deals a lot of damage if you let them go first. I was playing Dash. I do think there probably is a Dawnblade version of Dorinthia that might be decent. That's something I might play later. I think I have one more skirmish. I might build like a Dawnblade Dory and kind of see how that goes. When they do release Chapter 3, obviously I'm going to be playing Blossom of Spring Bolton, because that will be probably the best warrior that you could play in that format. They downshifted the rarity of Raiden, so that should be quite nice. All right, we'll keep this poll open for a little bit longer, and then we will kind of go with things. One thing I am just looking at right now, this Hala deck is expensive. Wow. Yeah, if you run Balance of Justice and Dynamos and Command and Conquer and Shelter, Authority of Ataya, yeah. Jesus. That's interesting. Interesting. All right. DGA with the sword, Boom and a Hala, Paragon Plate into Disruption. All right, looks like roughly 25, 25, 50. So I guess we're just going to be doing what we did last week and going from there. Josh, I got to say, I won the raffle after you were there to claim, after you weren't there to claim on stream. So sorry, but also thank you. Yeah, I was just typing in chat. I was like, okay, cool, GG. And then I was like, okay, well, the game's over. I'll close the stream. And then apparently people are like, hey, Josh, where were you? I was like, what do you mean, where was I? So that's all right. Hopefully you got a nice young Marvel that you like. I had trouble with Dawnblade and Sage due to lack of zero-cost go-again enablers. Yeah, I mean, there's also the problem of people run a butt ton of blade beckoner equipment so you don't get reprise. So that makes Iron Song response really bad, makes your first Warriors Valley kind of bad. Turns out CNC, Weakest Link, Authority, etc. It gets up there. Dynamos too. Yeah, there's a lot of good. Turns out good generics when you throw them into a deck, it ends up being expensive. Bolted is going to be so sick and sage. I'm so excited. I won the Marvel Young Bolted at a skirmish and bought CF Raiden. Well, there you go. There you go. I remember I bought a CF Raiden back during Monarch. I think it was over 200 US dollars at that point. Those are crazy times, crazy times. All right, I'm going to end the poll. It looks like Paragon Plate into Disruption has won the poll. So we are basically going to continue with what we were doing last week. All right. So this is what we were running last week. And basically, we have sensor, we have CNC, and we have Weakest Link and Erase Face in the sideboard. I don't know if there's any other disruption that makes sense. Obviously, Warrior doesn't have any disruption, so let's go look at the generics really quickly here. Generally, they cost like 2, right? So let's see here. Amnesia, useful if Zen or Katsu was around, but I don't think we need that. I know some people have liked Cadaverous Contraband, liked putting this back on the top of the deck. Seems okay. Cut Down to Size was actually a very good card in Outsiders Draft, but obviously it only blocks 2, which is a little bit sketchy. All right, let's keep looking here. Humble is another possible choice. Yeah, it's not that bad. Nourishing, nah. I don't think there's really other Wreck Havoc. This was actually in the Dorinthia Sage deck. Oh boy. All right. I opened 3 boxes of Pen and I got 1 Marvel. It was Chain. Well, I mean, Chain is coming back, so yeah. I'm a Tunic Shunt merchant myself. Not sure what that means. You like using Tunic Shunt with Hala? Is that what you're saying? Amnesia also blocks Vincett's Rune Gate. That is something that is relevant. I think our Vincett match should be acceptable. We have a pretty high blue count, although good Vincetts are really difficult to fatigue nowadays. God, he still has 10 attack actions made. Josh, play the Armory deck. Try not to bring your bias to this. Just see how it works. Last stream you lost due to 6 out of 10 of your turns not being playable. You need to stick with her synergies, not just stuff in D-React's attack actions to make up for a perceived hole. Good luck. Hope it comes together for you. That might be a good idea. This is how the devs built it. Do we have a list? Is it this one? Okay. You know what? Let's take Wes's advice. Let's just run a game, or maybe multiple games. This is copy here. All right. All right. We're just going to try it. Hopefully we don't come across an arcade hero because we do not have anything else. I'm sure many of you guys in the chat have also played with this deck, like the actual armory deck. What are your thoughts on this? All right, so against Lyeth, presume we're supposed to go first. I mean, yeah, I feel like they could set up a lot, so let's just go first. All right, and there's nothing for us to like actually do, so we'll just run it. I do have some more faith in the LSS devs now that I've played the Dash Sage deck. It is actually extremely well put together. All right. The Armory deck is missing stuff to go over the top, but it is super consistent at doing the thing. All right. Well, I feel like we're not supposed to do anything with this hand. I think we are just supposed to pass. Or maybe we're supposed to filter. I don't know. We're going to Arsenal this. Try to draw blue. We do not. We have 3 Swordmaster's Paths in our hand. Oh, boy. All right. Nimblism from Lyeth. Now, I'm pretty sure the consensus is you got to run Dynamos and you need a better headpiece. But these two are actually like Paragon Plate and Reverent, whatever this is called, is like pretty good. All right. So we probably are just blocking and moving on with our life. This is not a pummel roll target. They could snap it if they really wanted to. Looks like they're just going to IP a card. Sure. Okay. Armory deck is fine, lackluster in my opinion, but it gets the job done. All right, let's see if there's like something. Let's organically build a deck. Let's just put it that way. By trying out the original Armory deck. I'm sure there's some things I will notice. Armory deck has too many hands with no blues. Well, there's a lot of blues here. All right, so this is a 1-for-4 attack reaction that blocks 2. This is like below rate, but I guess it is a common, so can't be too powerful. All right, so they intimidated my blue, which is fine. All right, so our turn is probably... I mean, we don't have a flurry maker, so I mean, this hand doesn't look that great. This doesn't have an active on hit. I mean, this converts into 2 cards 7, I guess. It's not the greatest, though. Is there any point in playing? Nope. These blues seem... this seems a little too expensive, and this seems kind of weird. There's a lot of text to say deal 1 damage. All right, they gave it go again. Sure. And now they are at better life than us. So, I mean, we can't block with this because we lose value. So we'll just take 5. Maybe we can get this back to even. We'll see. This card could be useful if we're trying to go for an OTK, but we kind of have to like oops into it. So this just seems like the turn 0 high roll deck. So, or turn 0 high roll. All right, we're just gonna. Oh. Okay, they should have did that earlier, but we'll take it. Oh, this is gonna ask me all the time if I want to draw a card, huh? I mean, they need to play their leave them hanging before they even block. While the attack is resolving. Yeah, there we go. I don't mind, opponent, if we go back, but you need to do this correctly, bro. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Oh boy. That was not correct there. A little too expensive. Story of the current state of Hala hands. Yeah. I think it's very clear that certain cards are very good and certain cards are very mid. Like Brimming Blade, good. Edict of Steel, good. This, bad. This is acceptable. Like, the only card that I've seen like some people like debating on is Polished Blade. Like Deadly Display is generally considered good. I'm pretty sure this card is bad. All right, let's see what we can do into Riptide. Just try to see some synergies here. This might be the deck from yesterday. I was playing Riptide yesterday at in the 0 to 60 deck. All right, they are going first. If they attack us, that'd be very nice because then we have a toe the line. If not, we have a pretty easy conversion here. I think if we get attacked, we'll block with these. I feel like this is a pretty high priority to keep. Okay, we already know that this is not the deck from yesterday because they're playing Eastrick. All right, which version are we going with? We're going with Go again. All right. So we're probably going to have to block down. I guess technically this Edict of Steel is less valuable because we have we're going to have a Flurry token already. This here was pretty fun yesterday. A little bit harder to play than I anticipated. All right. All right, so we have a Flurry token. We could double sharpen. I guess we can go 3 wide with this. And with Edict in our arsenal. Seems fine. No. This thing's going to ask me all the time, huh? All right, so we'll swing. And we'll play this reaction on the second attack. And we could remove... we can remove 2 +1 counters. This This is a head gem. Remove one or more plus one. So if we remove 2, we get all 3 modes, which is what we need. Wish Hala was a little bit better. Love her aesthetic, but I'm not getting any relevant on hits is rough. Yeah. Am I seeing this wrong, chat? Isn't this just 3 damage if we play this on the second chain link? It's less than 3 damage, right? Because we're losing 2 damage. Am I crazy? This is not. This is a blue head gem. This probably is not the correct way to use it then. Very weird. It gives you a 3rd swing if you play it with 1 counter. Go again and swing. We have to remove 2 +1 counters to get all the modes. We need all the modes, right? We don't have go again. We've already have our additional attack from the flurry. It's the only way to get a 3rd swing. If you happen to sharpen several times, you can get a lot of damage out of it. I mean, okay. I mean, this just turned. We just lost 2 damage on the second chain link to deal 3 damage with 1 card. That's a blue head gem. Okay, well, it didn't look good there, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. All right, so we'll put this in Arsenal. All right, so we can double sharpen, and then we can edict, and then we can swing. And then we can end with this in Arsenal, but there's a Seek and Destroy active. So we can just block with this instead, because we're only going to get 2 damage out of it if we play it. So Brimming Blade. Oh, we don't have enough resources to do everything. Unless we Paragon Plate, which I guess we'll do. Okay. Polished Blade is Twinning Blade sidestep that feels bad to play. It's a worse Long Whisker. Yeah, that is the vibe I just got from playing it there. All right, so we'll go Brimming Blade, pitch this. We're under Seek and Destroy, so we're going to need to get things done. I'm going to have to empty our hand. All right, so we'll swing here. We'll Silver Drop Downpour, and we'll remove a counter to get resources to swing again. This seems very, very important to our game plan. This still haven't quite figured out the best way to use this, but yeah. All right, so we'll add a bunch of damage, remove a counter to get a resource, pass. No, we don't want to draw, and we'll swing. So obviously we're losing out on dynamo value, but remember, guys, this game we're just trying to test all the cards to make sure my gut feeling on the armored cards is correct. They blocked with New Horizons. That is crazy. On an attack that had no on hit? That's very weird. Okay, so we do not have a way to attack twice. There's no flurry generation in this hand. So we're just going to block down maybe Arsenal. Maybe play this out, actually. We'll see. I don't really want to give him a Ponder token, but I mean, if we had dynamos, this is a very easy block. We'll just block 9. We do have to be very careful about getting fatigued because they did load 72 against our 60. Is this the stock 60? Yes, this is the stock 60. The arm piece feels like a brimming blade on demand for 1 turn. Hala's armory deck kit is quite solid and consistently doing its thing. But sometimes I have rune blade hands and the arm piece helps to unbrick. Well, I don't think we can afford to let Endless Arrow hit, so we will just block. This is a real test, guys, for the efficiency of this deck. They loaded 12 cards more than us. Can we get it done with exactly 60 cards? I don't know. All right, let's see here. We got Polished Blade again, which not so useful. Edict of Steel, yellow, only useful if we keep multiple cards to sharpen with Hala. So that might be the play here. I mean, I guess we'll see what else is coming. We don't block head jabs. All right, Lace, sure. Searing Shot. All right, lack of dynamo is already a concern here. So this would basically deal a bunch of extra damage for me. We might just have to block down, arsenal this. Feels bad. Oh yeah, this is a 2-block. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. We'll just arsenal this. This is a decent card to have in arsenal. If you had a 0-cost sharpen, removing 1 counter is enough for a 3rd attack with the leftover resource. Yes. We did have a 1-cost sharpen, though, that turn. Okay, Trench. Okay. So I presume we're just going Sharp Incline into this and then swinging. Obviously, this... we do have some extra cards, though, so we'll try to block down a little bit here. This only gives us one of the attacks for free. This is where having Tunic or Vigor tokens would be very useful. All right, they're going to play Seek and Destroy. Okay. They do have a resource, so like if this is an arrow, they can fire it, or they can just arsenal it. I feel like if we just keep blocking, we're probably going to lose because we don't have that many cards. Okay, so we're going to Sharp Incline, Edict the Steel, swing. Alternatively, we could just use these two together, right? We don't have to keep this card. Seems bad to do that, though. Seems really bad. Ugh. I'm also okay just blocking down playing this. I think that's also acceptable. I don't know. This hand is not the smoothest. All right, let's see if we can get some Maybe, I mean, literally a blue is enough, but like, okay, these two work really nicely together. All right, we have a lot of 2 blocks. That's the, oh my god, that's bad. All right, so this costs 1, this costs 1, the other swing costs 1. So if we use this, we can play one of these, and we can arsenal the other one. Sure. I guess we're just racing at this point. We can use our boots this time because we do have the flurry token. So giving them the reload here might be a mistake. They didn't reload though. Okay, lace. Oh, frailty is pretty bad. We might need to throw a card in front of this. 2 blocks make me sad. Yeah, I agree. Sharp Incline plus Edict is a 2-card 8 with the chest for the second resource. You're right. I did not see that. You are correct. You are correct there. Frailty token going to be worth a lot of value. Kind of incentivized to block. Ugh. We can't cover this, though, is the issue. Can't cover this that easily. Okay, we'll play this nice 3-card handout. Hopefully this is enough. Please don't load Endless Arrow. I don't want to have to block. Okay, just 5 damage. Sure, we'll take it. Okay, obviously we need dynamos. Like, dynamos would have saved our ass so many times already. All right, so we'll play Brimming Blade, pitch this. Edict, and swing. So that is a nice synergy that was pointed out in chat. Sharp Incline plus Edict is a very, very nice hand with Paragon Plate. And I believe they included, yeah, multicolors of Sharp Incline, so that's definitely a synergy we need to look out for. All right, so they blocked here. Do we use this now? I think we do. Go to 9. Unlikely for them to cover it. Dynamo's a must include. Yes. I think Commanding Performance is going to be good in New Olympia. Yeah, I mean, Commanding Performance is going to be better and better over time. Especially if there's on hits. Did I forget to use... I forgot to use my chest, sorry. Need to go back. Sorry. Whoop. This actually gets blown out by a D-React now. Oh well. Forgot about that. All right. Second swing will eat the flurry. Oh my god, we're an idiot. Yes, you're right. Don't we destroy the flurry? Yes, that is something we now have learned. We should have learned that last week. That was bad. Don't do that, chat. Well, I think we're probably just blocking down here. Dang, Josh, you got to beat this deck. You just learned about it yesterday. No. We're just exploring the OG armory deck so we can build a better deck. Uh-oh. Well, at least we're immune to codex because of you know, we don't play any attack actions. All right, probably grabbing Endless Arrow. I guess Searing Shot would also be good. Drill Shot, sure. All right, we are behind in tempo quite a bit now. Okay. I think there are certain synergies we need to lean into. So Sharp Incline plus Edict to Steal is very good, obviously. This card, I don't know why we need to swing 3 times. Like, we're a dynamo resetting deck. So, like, going 3 wide doesn't seem the greatest. All right, let's maybe defend a bit, play toe the line, go from there. We're currently still 12 cards behind, like we were at the beginning of the game, so I don't know. How did this card get into the arsenal, or did it already start in the arsenal? I don't know. Oh boy. This is bad. Wait, both of these are 2 blocks? Jesus. Oh, that's bad. This card is very bad. So my initial thoughts are roughly the same as we're going through this this game. When I looked at this card, I was like, no, that doesn't seem good. Silver drop, boo, yeah, boo indeed. I mean, we just lose from this position. Like all right, we're just gonna concede and go deck build. I've seen enough. All right. Okay. So we're gonna build a deck from scratch. There are some synergies that I've seen that are strong, and we're gonna lean into those. All right, first things first. The armor. This card is awful. Why does this say Blade Break? Holy crap. Okay. We're gonna run Paragon Plate because I want to lean into that. As for the arm piece, I'm pretty sure bracers are better because we don't want to give them too much information about what we're doing. These are obviously way worse than these, so we're going to play that. The headpiece, I think we just need to run Crown of Providence, I'm guessing, or Balance of Justice. Balance, Crown, they're all good. We'll just run Balance of Justice for now, so we can save slots and save money. We'll put this in the inventory. All right, what are the good cards? Now we've seen that obviously Edict to Steal is good. We're just gonna play good cards, guys. We're already playing an underpowered class. We can't like get cute with our deck building. All right, so Edict to Steal, obviously very good. What else is good, chat? Sharp Incline also looked pretty good. I kind of want to run all of them. What else looked good? Brimming Blade looked good. That was a good card. Toe the Line also seemed good. Now, a card that I wanted to play last week, but Damien didn't want to run those, was Blade Flurry and Slice and Dice. I'm going to run them, even though he told me not to. We're gonna run our overrate cards if we can. That's the goal. What else? Shuck also seems good, like especially if we get this turn 0. Olay also seems good. Now we don't know what we're gonna draw, but you know most of these are acceptable to draw. Deadly Display is probably the only attack reaction I really like. Swordmaster Shine, in theory, should also be good. Now, this was not in the armory deck, but I think it still should be good. Dust Path is bad. Are we triple swinging? Like, how are we getting go again twice? Swordmaster's Path is good, I think. This is potentially good. Potentially good. This is a block 3 or offensively worth 3 or 5, right? So I think this is good enough that we're going to play it. Deadly Display Blue. Oh yeah, Deadly Display does come in different colors. I forgot about that. Yeah. I don't really like blue 2 blocks, but we might allow that one. Authority of Ataya is probably good enough. We'll play it for now. Provoke is probably good enough as well. Okay, so this is where we diverge from the list we built last time. Last time, we leaned into the 1 cost, 2 cost disruption. So if we're not doing that, then we're doing more warrior stuff, basically, right? That's the Blade Flurry, the Slice and Dice. CNC? Okay, sure. We'll run the CNC, but we won't run the other attack actions. Iron Song Determination? Isn't there a better card than Iron Song Determination that like gives Dominate? I hated Gleam of the Blade at first, but the flexibility to discard proved useful. Gleam of the Blade. Oh boy. So let me do the math on this. If we discard this and we keep a Sharpen card and a resource card, or we just have 2 blues, this becomes what? It becomes swing for 4 into swing for 4 into reset dynamos. So that becomes 3 card 9. Ripple Away Pursuit of Knowledge. I mean, I'd rather not play too many attack actions. Where's the AB? Are you not running it? Yeah, we'll put the AB back in there. Ripple Away and Overcut are the only 2 acceptable attack actions in Warriors. I mean, Ripple Away is probably good enough in this meta. Let's run Gleam. I think we do need to. One of the issues we saw last week was that we don't generate enough Flurry tokens. If we're not generating Flurry tokens, we're not resetting our dynamos, which means we're not doing the thing that our deck is designed to do. So let's just literally run every Flurry generator that we can. I think we are running all the Flurry generators that we can. Yeah. Literally every Flurry generator that we can run, we are running. Okay, now what? We have 60 cards, actually. 22 blues seems okay. Very interesting. We just like oopsed into a 60-card deck, guys. This might be potentially pretty strong. Twinning Blade might be useful too. I feel like we need Twinning Blade. Twinning Blade is basically Flurry. Right? But We don't have go again all the time. I guess we can sharpen. Yeah, I guess this is good enough. Twinning blade is good enough. Oath of Steel, we're not attacking enough times, right? Like, maybe I'm just like really Bolton pilled, but like if my Oath isn't giving me at least 12 damage, I don't want to play it. Are Overpower and Iron Song response a thing in Hala? I don't think so. Yes, Twinning is better Gleam. Yeah, Gleam of the Blade and Twinning Blade are basically the same thing. Unified Decree. Well, you're way too far. Way too far. Twinning Blade was good last week. You are correct. I really like how Hala can turn any leftover blue into +1 trot along. Is quite efficient. Yes. Yes. Sideboard, I think we just run Sink Below, Blunton, call it a day. Shelter. I think we're already basically there. Okay, this is probably good enough. We need what? Null Rune Hood? Should be Null Rune Hood, right? Alright. So we got a bunch of helmets like we always do. And I do like, I mean, Authority probably should be in the sideboard here. 21 blues might be a little low. Last week we ran 22 and it was okay. Maybe Authority's just main deck. I mean, people run D-Reacts in general in this meta. Okay. This might be a good place to start. This is quite similar to our build last week, but we do have Blade Flurry, Slice and Dice instead of those attack action cards. We do have Gleam this time. We're running more copies of Sharp Incline than before. Okay, let's try this. Low on blues. Might be expensive hands. Yeah. 22 is a little low. We'll adjust. All right. What are we calling this? Hala back girl. I don't know. 5/5 stream. All right. We'll set this to public, so if people want to find it, people can find it. All right, I'm going to post this in chat. Let's go play some games with this. I think this should be pretty solid. I would play Jagged Edge over Gleam of the Blade. Jagged Edge probably is good. You stole my deck name. Hollaback Girl is your deck name? Oh, I'm sorry. Hot take, I would ditch Dynamos. Oh boy, let's see what you're cooking here. You're not doing 2 attacks enough to warrant it unless you're not blocking from hand the entire game. So our double attack enablers are Edict of Steel. So the rule of thumb is if you have 15 sources, you generally have 1 a turn. So this is 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And these blues I'm not really going to count. But I think we are able to attack twice a turn. Now, we're not going to be blocking a lot. You're right. We are not blocking a lot. All right, let's go try it out. Would Lead with Speed be any good, or is it a worse version of what's already in the deck? I mean, we don't need Go Again. Go Again comes from our weapon. Olay is very playable. Yeah. Name the deck Jungle Beats Hala at Me. That could be pretty good. All right, what are we playing against? Gravy. Okay. Okay, never played this. We'll see how this goes. Play a couple D-Reacts. I don't know if we can fatigue by damage, but we'll see. Did you consider Iron Song Versus? I feel like Iron Song Versus is too face up on what you're gonna do. All right, let's try this way. Oh shit, wrong helmet. Well, I guess either helmet's fine. Crown of Providence protects you against the boat, whereas this is very likely to get some value. Backside of the blade is too expensive. Yes, that is way too expensive. That should have... The reason that costs 2 is because the other warriors would abuse it like hell if that cost 1. The additional attack effect on a blue is like ridiculous. All right, so they're gonna put out guys. They're okay. So what are we doing here? Got a little buggy bug running around the room. Let's see. I mean, I guess we're going here. I don't want to start my game with a sink below though. All right, let's go here, and we'll just get rid of the sink below so we actually have like a little bit of a better hand. I don't think we sink because we have a blue. We might need it. All right, so they have an extra action point, but they... What? Why did he use his boots? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay. All right, so... So we might actually need to use our hero blue with this blue. I guess that's what we have to do. Because this edict is not online. I guess we could use a twinning blade as well, but we have to sharpen at least. All right, so we'll edict. Now the nice thing is that we can go face or we can go here, unlike the other hero. All right, so let's go face, and we probably going to use the twinning blade for the flurry token on the... I think we have to go after this one first. That way, because this says when it hits a hero. And obviously we want to attack. We don't want to do what we did in the previous game. Deadly Display has to be used on the second attack. All right, so we'll go after him. Pitch. Okay, we're going to need a resource from this, so we'll go get it. All right, so we'll take out the Rigor Mortis, and then we'll go after face. So this is a really face up, right? Like super face up. Oh, technically we could have done this in the reaction step of the second attack. Oops. A little bit of optimization there. Definitely should have did this in the reaction step of the second attack. All right, so we have a flurry token. Well, that's something we need to keep track of, chat, is do we have flurry tokens turn to turn to turn to turn? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not a good hand. All right, blue count a little bit low. We might just have to block and poke an ally. We'll see. All right, that is a chunky ally. Okay, so if he draws he gold baited hooked this? Really? What? Okay, that's weird. What card do we want to keep in our deck? Let's keep the slice and dice in our deck, I guess. Or maybe we're supposed to keep this in our deck. I don't know. Let's keep the slice and dice in our deck. All right, so if they have Fearless, we're going to be sad, but here's what it is. Not sure why they gold baited hooked that. That doesn't seem right. All right, so we're going to lose our flurry token, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, they didn't have Fearless, thank God. Okay, so we have a nice 2-card hand. Actually, we don't, because these are both yellow. So we're actually going to need... Probably have to arsenal this, I'm guessing, is probably what we're going to do. We'll see. We love all red hands. No, we don't. Why not just arsenal pass? We got to clear the board. We can't just leave things on the board. Pass from him, really? What? Huh. Okay, I don't know what this guy was on. Okay. We're getting some weird games tonight, guys. Let's see if we can get an actual game of testing here. I think they're just a bad player, Josh. That could be it. Normally, though, when I'm streaming, we get pretty good opponents. You guys know why that is, right? This Gravy was trolling. Yeah, I think so. All right, we're up against a Kasai. I think tempo is pretty important. We'll go second. All right, so we run our Kabuto. I think this is a matchup where we bring in everything and play a longer game. I mean, some of these 2 blocks could get us killed as well, and we also have a very bad resource ratio now. But let's just limit tests and see how it goes. I feel like this is like Warrior Mirrors in 2026 should always go to like 3rd cycle. So, all right, we've got to toe the line in our opening hand, which is nice. This is a pretty bad opening hand, though, honestly. They ran a clean 60. Interesting. All right, so it looks like they're going to attack us on turn 0. Sure. Now, we do have a no block. That is... We might leak some damage here. That might... all right, so we'll go here, and we'll use toe the line. That way we don't pump the Saber up to 7, so they don't get the copper. Hala mirrors for the rest of the stream. Oh, no. All right. We're going to leak damage here, unfortunately. Yep, and he's going to get a copper token because we don't have a blocking card. Ugh. All right, well, I mean, that could have been worse. All right, so we have an additional attack, so we need a go against source, which is going to be our hero ability. So we'll go here, and we can attack. This might... Well, I mean, they don't have an arsenal, so, like... Do we want to attack for 4, or do we want to reset our dynamos? Let's reset our dynamos. This is IPing a card, though. Let's just set it. This is technically 1 extra value sending this. Instead of 4 reset, which is 5 value, we're getting 6 value. So I'm wondering how Kabuto will screw us up. Or if it will screw us up. Very weird armor blockage from our opponent. Why are they blocking when... Guys, we're having some weird games today. Okay, well, we drew 4 reds. Oh, no. That's not good. All right, well, I guess we just have to block down and... So here. I don't want to give them another copper, so... They're also going to reset their dynamos, so like poking them for 2 doesn't do anything. All right, we're just going to block down. Okay, this hero obviously needs a couple more blues. We've already kind of figured that out. All right. Huh. This is a very odd hand here. This is a yellow edict. So if we used a blue, played edict, we still don't have enough resources to do much. They pitched a glint. We might just have to block down again. This hero needs a lot of things, honestly. Yeah. That's why we named the deck last week Mastery Pack Warrior Waiting Room. All right. So this feels real bad. Maybe the amount of blues is fine, but you should play a 60 for the ratios. Yeah, 22 in a 60 card deck is fine. 22 in a 72 card deck is definitely not fine. Have you tried Olympia with the new sword? Already seems quite good. Yes. Turns out gold is not the payoff. 3 sword swings are the payoff. Have you thought about any of the sharpened stuff in Kasai? Not really, because it's target sword, and you never swing your swords. You never swing a particular sword multiple times unless there's a blot on your hand's turn. Also, I have a cursed Dawnblade Bolton deck. Oh boy. With the Hala deck cards, and I actually took a few games with it. Flurry Dawnblade Bolton. I have seen it all. All right, draw swords into Kasai activation. What is our turn? Oh, God. Well, we have 3 Twinning Blades. That's cool. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Not it. Olympia Sharpen could be good in Sage with his greatsword. Maybe. Guys, we are not getting good hands. Visit the Dawnsmith is sharpen all swords, which is kind of cute. Yeah, I mean, if you're desperate for good turn 0 blues, maybe. I don't know. All right, guys, we really need a hand that actually does something, please. Okay. Okay. We can definitely work with this hand. Okay. 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 All right. Is this a good hand? Let's see. Sharpen, sharpen. I mean, sharp incline and this card don't really work together as well as I guess technically these two work together really well. Doesn't have go again right now. We're not going to block. Maybe there's a chance he bricked and doesn't have go again. So we could go like sharp incline. Oh no, we can't even swing because we don't have the +1 count. Oh no, we can actually. We can go sharp incline swing, take it off of Paragon's plate. Okay, so this is a 2-card 7? Sure. I'd block Kabuto here. Yellow Slice and Dice is like just bad enough that I don't want to use Kabuto. All right, I think we're just keeping our whole hand. Brimming Blade, Sharp Inclined Swing. I mean, it's very inefficient here, though. Because we're paying a whole card for this, which is 2-card 4. That's actually bad, right? We're actually supposed to block this. We're supposed to go Sharp Inclined Swing, take this. And then Blade Flurry doesn't have any particular synergies with our deck. It's just a 0 for 4 on a Flurry turn with Go Again. There's like no Sharpen Senses or Unsheath that we need to, or not Unsheath, but yeah, we don't want to pay a whole resource to play this card. Yeah. This is very counterintuitive to get 6 value here instead of playing it, but I think that's correct. All right, Sharpen, Swing. There's also the threat of if I Kabuto them, they'll Kabuto me. So, yeah. This wasn't a 2-card 7. This was a 2-card 6 reset Dynamos, which I guess is a 2-card 7. I don't know. This in Arsenal is probably bad. All right, this smells like a Blade Flurry. Okay, and that's okay. Oh boy. How's Twinning Blade? It sounds like a bunch of hoops. Yeah. Definitely should have played this out last turns because we have an extra card now. We could also just block, pitch this away. Could be in the swing. Looks like it's not. We've been denying them gold. So I guess there's that. We're not actually being like that card efficient, but we're being efficient enough that it should be okay. This game's gonna go to fatigue. Twinning Blade, I don't think is like jumping through a bunch of hoops. I think it's just acceptable. It's like not amazing, but it's fine. Like you get to turn a blue into, you know, I guess double blue, but the chance of us, oh, that's not good. This is a weird pitch. Very weird pitch. Okay, so we're gonna have to play this out. That seems bad. Oh boy. What in the world is his hand? Sharp Incline, Edict? Is that our play? 1, 2, 3? That seems real bad. Why did they pitch like this? Okay, whatever. I'm not going to overthink it. I don't want to give them glint reprise here. This doesn't make sense. Like, this can't be even glint. What in the world are they doing? Are they trying to preserve damage in their deck? I don't know what in the world this is. Okay, so we're going with... the nice thing is that we don't have to think too much. We're like, red is 1, yellow is 2, blue is 3. So we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we technically could play this as well, because we could take a counter off to swing again. Is that better? So I don't think it's better, because we lose the damage. Okay, so let's swing. We might get Kabuto'd here. Of course. All right. Do we want to pitch this? It's not a blue, so I kind of want to pitch this. Oh, no. Ooh, that's wrong. Oh, we had one float. Did we not have one floating? Okay, there we go. Okay, we got an Edict of Steel. But we don't have a... I guess technically we do have a Sharpen. Okay, so Kasai activation, and they did a Slice and Dice, right? Or no, they banished Slice and Dice. All right, so... I mean, the general rule of thumb is if... eye for an eye here. So here and here could be good. Let's see. So we have a blue to sharpen, edicts, and then swing. Seems okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. This does speed up the game significantly. Is this a good Kabuto here? Does IP1 if this isn't Blade Flurry? I guess it's fine. Josh, are you still a Paragon believer? Yes. But I'm noticing already that this is less good in this version. Ooh, Bloodfall's Blade. We don't want that to hit. Do you have the Blade Flurry? They do not. Okay. So probably Arsling a defensive card. All right, so we activate, Edict, swing, pitch. All right, so we're going to use our... Okay, there is one synergy with Blade Flurry, is that you could push the attack to hit so that you could bracers. Okay, so there is some reason to keep this around. Okay, looks like they're going to concede because they're way behind the cards. And they just arsenal blue blade with her. Okay, I think we were on the track to win that game. But, I mean, bullying mid-range heroes is like... Okay, I mean, Grain's better, in my opinion. All right, we could try Grains. We could try Grains. All right, so... The deck needs more blues, though. Okay, let's move this to the maybe board. Let's try Grains. I feel like if we're running Grains, we should be running... Let's try to run Iron Song Versus as well, because that allows us to play a one-card hand that's pretty nice, right? We swing the sword with Iron Song Versus active on hit. We make a Vigor token. That's a pretty good play. This deck needs a few more blues. Which blue do you think we should run, guys? Which blue should we run? Backside of the blade is too expensive. This says Dawn Blade. Is this card good? It has a blue? Maybe. I don't see how we're ever going to be playing this. Blue Sirens, blue Overpower. If we want to channel our inner Dorinthia. Is Glint bad in this deck? Like, Glint Twinning Blade is a thing, right? Okay, let's try running Glint. All right, so now we have more blues, but we have too many cards now, so we need to get rid of some cards. All right, let's cut down on Crown of Providence because no. Glint isn't good. This doesn't have any particular synergy with anything in our deck. It's good for fatigue matchups. What if the Go Again on Zenith Blade is meant for setting up future turns of Blessing of Steel? Oh boy. Blue Blessing of Steel. Blue Fatal Engagement. Beat only works on Dawnblade. Yes. All right, we need to remove 2 cards. Maybe we just cut 1 and 1. I like that. All right, let's try this. Now we have 66 cards main, but with 3 extra blues, our ratio should be better now. All right, let's try this. Maybe the blue count is good, you just can't fat deck. I feel like her strength is fat decking a little bit. I think. Not entirely sure, but... All right, Kabuto. It's not that good here. I guess maybe you could stop a dual threat turn. They're never going to draw 2. I guess they technically could draw 2 cards if they're on Whirling Miss Blossom. Which helmet do you guys like more? Kabuto or Balance against Iron? Here I think we just load up the whole deck and kind of go from there. They're never drawing 2 cards. Let's run the Kabuto. 73 card deck. Jesus. All right, we'll try it. Okay, this is a Okana Scar Ups. Kabuto, I feel like you could sniff out a dual threat turn, yeah. Like, yeah, they're not even on the mask that gives them the Whirling Miss Blossom. All right, so we're going first. We cannot get any damage in against a typical Ira deck, so I think we're just going to pass. I like 0 cost sharpens in our arsenal, so let's go with that. Okay, we don't have a flurry token. Maybe we should have filtered for a flurry token, actually. Yeah. All right, we'll just kind of block a bit then. Kabuto for dual threat, yep. If they're mid-range, it shuts everything down, yep. All right. Definitely should have filtered with Iron Song versus at a minimum. This is something that's going to take my Dory brain a little bit of time to adjust to, is like, we need sharpened and a flurry. Dig deep for flurry. Yep. Turn 0 definitely should have filtered there. This is on hit and mask here. This is probably wrong to keep this in. Oh, never mind. We get to do the cool thing I was talking about. We get to do the thing of, you like your hand, we get to make a Vigor token. And a Courage token. Courage doesn't have any particular synergies with our deck, but the Vigor token definitely does. Alright. Alright, we got an Edict. Very nice. Okay, so these two basically going to go together. The synergy is +1 damage, yes. Alright, 5 go again. Pretty good. Alright, so I think we're just keeping our hand, right? We're playing this, into swing, reset. We actually have some extra cards here. 2 floating. Maybe we go here, force him to use this. I don't know, actually. Let's just not block. Let's see what happens. Because at worst, we can just arsenal this card. It's fine. Okay, so this is the annoying card that we do have to block. This is technically coming in for 6. Ugh. If he does do that, though... He's not going to do this in response to this, right? That seems very... Ooh. Okay, interesting. Tunic isn't up, so what is this? Okay, so he's... Okay, this doesn't have vengeance in the name, so you don't get your sword back. Okay. But this is an MOM trigger. Okay, maybe that, yeah. Forgot about the MOM. Alright, so they drew into whirling. Or sorry, take the tempo, drew into whirling. And they're going to play it. Okay, that forces us to block here. And then become the bottle. Sure, that doesn't matter. We'll take this. Oh my god, he made this. Sorry. I'm an idiot. I did not pay attention that this is... I forgot he can name... I should have blocked that 100%. Jesus. This is one of those things that would never happen in paper. Because as soon as they say bottle name something, I'm like, oh. But here it just appears on the side, and it's something I just don't... Okay. Lesson learned. We gave him back his sword. Ugh. And as we recall from episode 1 of 0 to 60, losing your sword, very bad. All right. That was pretty cool. Become the bottle to get back. To get it back. That was pretty cool. All right, that was a 2-card 11. That's pretty good. Hey, we drew our favorite 2 cards together. All right, let's see here. With this Vigor token, I think our turn is actually okay. That's very weird for them to Tunic here. We need to use our D-Reacts better to deny this. You should block. Yep. 2 draws. Use your Balance of Justice. I don't have a Balance of Justice, sir. All right, they discarded Soul Beat Strike. Jeez, what year is it? What year is it? I told you it's tech. Yep. That tech. All right, what does this hand do? This card's really cool because with Mask of Momentum, it's so tricky. Very, very tricky. So only Toe the Line would have helped me here. All right, so they're going to draw. Just kind of cycle their hand a little bit. All right, so they... Huh, okay. All right, what are we doing with this hand? What are we doing with this hand? That's a good question. I don't think we're doing anything with this hand. If he Okana's here, we're going to make sure to punish him hard. Okay, it hit. You are never getting your sword back, sir. So hit, hit, hit. So this would be 3 hits here. Block priority. Grains is higher priority, right? So we also could block and then get a flurry token here. I think we need to be more disciplined with our armor, though. Okay, so we're just blocking out, poking him with the Vigor token we created. Seems good. All right. Our objective now is to make sure this never comes back. We need to make sure vengeance attacks never hit us. That is our goal, guys. Just like episode 1 of 0 to 60. We have learned. Now, if we draw a shelter or something like that, that would be very helpful. Because like they do have like some pumps, like this one gives +1. Ancestral Empowerment, obviously. All right. Choose a card on the combat chain. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So right now, this does not have Vengeance in the name. But, of course, this hand sucks. So we're just going to block. We might Arsenal Edict. We'll see. This doesn't have Go again. Interesting. Legacy. No! He's going to get his stupid thing back now. All right, at least that is the second legacy. All right, so they have a sword now. Damn. Maybe we're supposed to overblock that. I don't know. All right. And just like that, they got it back. Yes. Oh, our shelter was 1 card too late. Ah. Okay. So we have Edict. We have Deadly Display. This is a good... This hand flows. together well. Oh, they pitched a red into this. Interesting. Okay, so we're not going to block this. We might be able to get him with the shelter. We'll see. Okay, Seek Vengeance. 5. So if we block 5, very likely they'll Okana it. So maybe we should try to bait that out. It's also, they're incentivized to do this because it puts a hit on the Mask of Momentum. No blue in the pitch. Yes, that is also important. Okay, so they did not Okana that. Interesting. All right, I think it's fine to let this hit. Okay, so we go Edict, Swing. Swing, Deadly Display. So, yeah, just let this hit. Put Shelter in Arsenal. It seems really good. Very weird they didn't pitch the Torn Tempo. All right, we have no extra resources to give, so... Interesting line. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. All right, so we're going to end with a Flurry token, reset Dynamos, and Shelter in the Arsenal seems good. Okay. Of course, this isn't guaranteed to have a Flurry token, but it's likely. Okay. Okay, we got another Edict with a blue turn. This can be worth 5 value if we keep it, so we're going to try to keep it, I think. So Swordmaster's Path into Edict, into Swing Swing. So we're going to try to keep these 3 cards, block with these. We still have a... If he doesn't start his turn with Edge of Autumn, I think we should probably Kabuto him. All right, so we'll let this hit. This match is not going to go to Fatigue. Ira is very card efficient, but we are also very card efficient. So, okay, so here's where we should try to bait out the Okana, I think. This is worth so much value, I feel like he's going to do it. Like, this might be so obvious that, like, oh, he has Ancestral and okay. Oh. Okay, now you wouldn't do it, right? Because that's so greedy. What? Oh my god, the greed is ridiculous. Oh no. Do you have Razor? Or are we saying goodbye to Edge of Autumn for a second time? That is unreal levels of greed there. This guy didn't watch 0 to 60 episode 1. Oh, he had the Razor. Oh, okay. He is just that guy. All right. All right. Your vengeance never rests has hit, sir. Congratulations. His greed sickens me. Well, no, that wasn't greed. That was just good play. He had 5 damage and reactions. That gets around a lot of things. I was actually thinking for a second, should I Kabuto this? But I was like, no, if I block 5, he's never gonna like try to push it to like he's never gonna try to push it to 6 if I block 5, right? All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Pretty good. All right, we're just taking the damage this turn. We're gonna send this back. Oh, I should have. Oh, Oh no, Okay. Well, yeah. If I Kabuto, this never happens. Actually. Okay, so that's interesting. If they play Vengeance Never Rests, I should Kabuto because if they do push it through, like this will never come in for. Oh my god! This also has. This has the same text, doesn't it? Oh, he has no resources. No, never mind. This has the same on hit. This can be played 3 times? Oh my god. Banish it, you might play it this turn, but this costs 1. Yeah, he has no resources. Okay. Wait a second. Wait. Has this mask already triggered? It's hit, right? It triggered, right? Oh no, Edge of Autumn was okay. Okay, we do have to block this because this is the mask trigger here. Mask doesn't trigger on weapons, so okay. We could block here, or we could block this. But this is worth 5 value, so I guess we'll do it like this. Yeah. Alright, we'll just block like that. Not the greatest Kabuto, obviously. Oh, we already have a Flurry token. What? Oh, okay. Well, then we're just going to keep the Edict of Steel for next turn. Okay. Okay. Oh, shit. We didn't sharpen. We gotta sharpen. Oh, my God. I was like, why doesn't this have go again? Oh, that's why. Oops. Okay. Okay, that was an interesting turn cycle there. Okay, this is going to be a good amount of damage this turn. This is double sharpened. Huh. Yeah, we need to Edict for sharpen, yep. Yep. It's okay. We'll get a flurry generator next turn. It'll be fine. All right, swing for 5. The value. The value. Oh, we got a toe the line. Sweet. Oh. Scar for Scar. That's pretty good. All right. What are we doing with this turn? We sharpen with the provoke. And then toe the line, swing, swing. Guess we don't block yet. That's annoying. That's very annoying, actually. Huh. Is this a good line? Not having 2 blues actually reduces your options a lot. All right, we'll block with the toe and these. Do you like Hala more than Dory now? No. But I might be more inclined to change my mind once Mastery Pack Warrior comes out. Is this a good turn? So when you use your hero ability, this is 3 card, because we had to use the total line. 3 card 9. Three card 9 is I do have to say though, Dejus, this is Dorinthia's mentor, so you know I gotta show some respect to her, right? Could have threatened Grains if you played the Edict. Oh yeah, you're right. I could have done. No, wait, this doesn't have. Oh yeah. I don't need the flurry token from the Edict. Yeah. The other way would have been better. Because the only advantage to doing it this way is you save a card in the deck. I definitely should have played Edict of Steel and then swung. Definitely should have did that. Hey, what's up? Hello, Damien. We're currently in struggle bus mode right now with this Ira. Toe the line block 2, though. Okay, so that is a 3 card 11. That is true. This would be... Yeah, I definitely should have played... I was thinking like, oh, I'm not going to get the flurry token from Edict to Seal. Well, it doesn't matter. This is just 1 cheaper than using the hero ability, and then we can threaten Grains, which is nice. There's a lot of little things that I have to learn with this deck. Yeah, the only advantage is this is keeping a card in the deck, which is completely irrelevant at this point. It is interesting that Hala consistently comes in for a breakpoint. So it really hurts. All right, this is a bad hand. Ugh. These hands not having double blue is a big deal. All right. Come in with something for 5. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. So... we can go here into here. That's kind of mid. Ugh. Needing 2 blues to make your turn work seems something that's going to need to be fixed. Yeah. The issue is that if you need 2 blues consistently, like, you're not defending enough to extend the game with dynamos. All right. This hand's so awkward. What are we doing with our turn? This isn't even good. What is this? Is there any possible way to make this turn work? We have to sharpen. Then we don't have go. There's no way to make this work. I could block and play the Shuck? That seems bad. I think I'm just supposed to play the Edict for 1 value and move on with life. Twinning bails you out. We don't have go again. Oh, we could sharpen, yeah. But then no, we don't have enough resources. The only way to make this work is to eat the CNC. We have to pitch the Ataya to sharpen, and then pitch the Edict to swing, and then twinning blade swing. Alright, fuck it. Let's do it. Alright, whatever. We'll just eat the CNC. Whatever. Alright, we got Dorinthia ability at home, boys. Take 7. You only need to sharpen once, yes. Eating CNC is fine, though. It is, but, I mean, losing the sick blow feels bad, but, I mean, we're losing value if we're not, like, attacking. We also want to get the Ira off a 4-card hand. Because they still have this, which can create some nutty play lines. Alright, so we'll Twinning Blade. It would be nice to get a Grains token at the end of this turn, but I feel like it's moderately unlikely. Oh! Ataya coming in huge. They had to pitch Soulbead Strike for that. Alright, hopefully we can get a hit in. They might block with this. Should we not have played Edict again? I mean, blue Edict doesn't do anything. The most popular sentence in the Warrior players' vernacular is there a way I could make this card work? Oh boy. You know, being a Warrior player means you gotta learn to work with some weird hands. Alright. Alright, this hand, speaking of weird, okay, so we can play Swordmaster's Path and double sharpen. Seems good. That does seem pretty good. Alright, send something annoying for me to block. Could be Razor. Oh boy. Technically, we don't need this card. Okay, so we play Swordmaster's Path, play Sharp Incline. Oh, we don't have a Flurry token. Ah, shit. We don't have a Flurry token, guys. Oh, but we have a Vigor token. Okay. Okay, maybe we can make this work. This is not a good hand, though. Oh, I should have blocked the boots. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I'm so stupid. Oh, boy. Because I don't think we have any more. Well, I guess we still have 3D reacts. Or 2D reacts. So. Sharpen, swing, ripple? No, that seems really bad. Well, I mean, sharp this and then swing. That seems so bad. That seems so bad, guys. I've made a lot of mistakes this game, but I also feel like this hero is very, very mid. To be honest, you could fatigue them from here. Probably. We only have 2 Sink Belows, 2 Shelters in the deck list right now. So we literally only have 1 D-React left in the deck. And they've shown that they run Razor. They still have probably 1 Sink, 1 Fate. I don't know. Josh, you just wasted a Vigor? Did I? What do you mean? How did I waste a Vigor? Keep Deadly Display to keep a flurry for next turn. Okay, they're going to 1. I wish I had a shunt. This is really scary right now because this plus Razor kills me from a very, very high life total. 1 or 2 toes left. We have 2 left. You can cast Yellow Sharp Inclined for the 1 damage. I did cast it for the 1 damage. Oh, yeah, I probably should have used this for a Vigor token or to Arsenal it. Yeah. I should have attacked for just 1. All right. What are we doing with this hand? We're trying to keep this plus a blue. That's our best hand, obviously. We die to Razor plus this. But there's no way to play around it, so yeah. If you got Razor, you got Razor. Looks like they don't. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Oh, no. We need to give him multiple cards. Oh, no. Very sad. All right. We are just going to Arsenal this. We are in a lot of trouble. I can't imagine what a bricked up hand looks like, but yeah. Oh, this is so bad. We have to block this or else we're in range of this. Or maybe we can maybe we can bait him into razoring this. I don't know. Let's try. He can bottle. Got him. Do we sink? No. Are we looking for toe the line here? I don't think we are. I think we're happy with our 3 blocks. Yeah, we have. Oh my god, it's so unfortunate. We have to block 6 here, which I guess is fine. I mean, yeah. This guy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, Edict of Steel. Please bail us out. At least get rid of these damn Scar Wraps. This is effectively like it's 1-to-1 right now. All right, so this should be okay. Greediest 2-card 8 the world's ever seen. Yeah, I mean, the only way we could have won is by baiting out the Razor. He should have just said, okay, go to 1, and then went from there. So it's okay. You know, what do they say about chess? In chess, they say, you know, the person who wins is the person who makes the second to last mistake. That's also true in Fab. You make the second to last mistake. Okay. If he draws a Razor, though, we are dead. We have no more D-reacts. We have 2 toe the lines, which technically, I guess, could save us because we're at 2. All right, if we get 2 cards here, that's like best case scenario. Nah, you can make some pretty bad mistakes in Fab. True, it's not quite like chess where I guess at a high level, the person who makes the second to last mistake generally wins. All right, 2 cards is a good sign. Losing the Okana is also big. So it's very important here to look what they blocked with. They blocked with Become the Bottle, blue, and Okana. So they have a blue in hand. Okay. So this should be edge into something, right? So, oh, we have a very nice hand. Well, we don't have a flurry token, but we do have an interesting way to win the game. All right, if this is Razor, he would have already played it, so it's not. Is the card guy spoiler card gonna save us? Maybe. Depends how many cards we have to block with. Okay, so we activate our hero ability, we swing, and we kill him with Swordmaster Shine, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Because this will get discounted down to 2. Yeah. Seems good. We're going to win our game just the way Dorinthia does. Let's go. They could block 6 and then Swordmaster Shine. If they block 6 and have a D-React, I guess they live. Okay, so they're saying they have a D-React. All right, play your D-React. Mm-hmm. All right, so obviously we're going to do this. Go to 9. Force them to have another D-React or they lose. They do have another D-React. Look at that. All right, so they're going to get to attack for 1. Damn. Wrong turn to draw Blunton. All right, I think we should try to make the flurry token, right? Yeah. Although we do have +6 at reaction speed, I think because we're going to have 2 breakpoints, we should try to make the flurry token. There's a chance this is a D-React as well. All right, probably ending with this in Arsenal. I'm really loving Sharp Incline. I'm a 100% Sharp Incline believer. Yeah, Sharp Incline's good. Like, there's a reason they put the yellows and the reds in the deck. Same with Swordmaster's Path. Swordmaster's Path and Sharp Incline are core cards. Swordmaster's Path, Sharp Incline, Deadly Display, Edict of Steel, Brimming Blade. Like, these are all good. All right, blocking 6 means he doesn't have a D-React. So we could just kill him here. But this is a safer play because this gets all his cards. Oh, hello. Hello. All right, we don't have a flurry token, but I mean, we got a lot of other things. So we could just swing naked, and this costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 here, so All right, we have so much damage and reactions. They're definitely dead. We're also down to 7 cards out of sync fates, so they're dead here. They're either fatigued or they're going to die to this complete absurdity of attack reactions. We haven't even gotten to our pitch deck yet. All right, here we go. GG. GG. We didn't even have to use that. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this deck. I can definitely say that Slice and Dice and Blade Flurry are probably bad. That's what I can say right now. There's no particular synergies for those cards. This deck definitely needs more blues. And even though we're literally running every single flurry generator known to man, we still don't have enough flurry generation. Like, literally, we ran every single flurry generator that exists. Deadly Display, we're running it. Edicts, we're running it. Gleam, the discard of Gleam, we're running it. Toe the Line, we're running it. Even the bad blues like Shuck. Shuck's not bad, but it's like they're not consistent flurry generators. Need more flurry. This deck literally cannot have more flurry. The only way for more flurry is you add Dusk Path and then you rely on attack reactions. Like Dusk Path plus Blade Flurry has some synergies. I feel like this deck is super mid at best. Cadaverish, Contraband for getting back Edicts. So Remembrance Time. All right, guys, I'll tell you a little secret. The most degenerate way to play this deck is you run all of the defensive cards you can. Rainbow Edict, Brimming Blade, you know, the good cards like Brimming Blade and what's that other one? Sword Master's Path and stuff like that. And then you run all of the DGA hits. And then you basically play dual wield fatigue with that. Time Snap Potion? I mean, if we're running... No, not Time Snap Potion. Remembrance with Edict of Steels, plus all the defensive cards, Brimming Blade, Sword Master's Path. Might be okay. Like Fiddler's Green, Sigil of Solace, Sirens of Safe Harbor. All that bullshit. All right. I am willing to try Damien's deck. This is Damien's deck. We're going to try this once, and then we'll probably end the stream. Here's Damien's deck. Damien did exactly what I told you to do. You run Edict of Steel, you run Remembrance, and you basically block till the cows come home. Let's try this once. This is the other way to play Hala. I don't know if you're still here, Damien, but we're trying your deck out. This is the DGA version of Hala that's still running Zenith Blade. Now, is 10 foot tall and bulletproof good? Probably not. Oh, shit. We're running against Huntsman. All right. This is the ultimate test. Can we fatigue the fatigue deck? Let's find out. I don't know. Probably we cannot, but we'll try. Just make Flurry Olympia. Oh, not showing it on screen. My bad. Here you guys go. Sorry. This is Damien's deck. So Damien's deck has all the DGA hits. Still running Edict to Steal, but this is like a super defensive deck. I don't know if it's going to work against Huntsman, but we'll try. There's no way this card is good. We'll run all the Remembrances, call for backup Blentons, total line. We'll run like this. 70 card deck. Ew. Ew. This is no Honor Hala? Yeah. This is no Honor Hala. We're gonna this is what we're forced to do to make a competitive deck, LSS. If you're watching LSS, this is what we've been driven to. All right. How do we get cards out of their deck? Do we attack them on turn 0? I don't even know if it's worth it. They could hunted us. It's probably worth attacking. It would take all of our cards to do it, though. All right. We'll just send the CNC because it's safe to send the CNC. I think we'll put the reds back into our deck just to cycle this a little faster. All right. This is an okay card to send at them turn 0 because they can't hunter this, obviously. Oh, God, Damien, what have you done? The Mad Lad. Well, you see, he likes Pallades Fatigue. So, you know. All right, so we got 2 cards out of the deck for 1 card in our deck. And we'll start our pitch deck at the payout. Okay, this is a pretty good hand. It's actually a very nice hand, actually. So I think we will... I think we're just not going to block here. We could shelter this to get our Valiant Dynamos back, but I think it's fine. Okay, this blocks for 2. That's something I forgot, because I don't play degenerate cards like this. Okay, so... Alright, so they left the top card there, which means it's probably red. So we can block here and here. It should be okay. If they burn a cut to the chase here, it's fine. So we got red Edict into yellow Edict into swing. Or we can just go red Edict swing is also fine. I think we gotta space out our edicts. All right, we'll put that back on top. Oh. Oops, no, sorry. Sorry. If we only choose one, it'll go to the banish. Oops. My bad. I did not read this carefully. Yeah. Oh, I have to select one. Oh. 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 My bad. Okay, I'm learning how cards work, guys. Okay. So, probably a defensive card. Because a red and a defensive card is probably what they had. Okay, so we'll go Edict here. Iron Song versus on the first or second attack? I guess it doesn't matter. Second attack's probably better, right? Yeah, second attack's probably better. Because that's you get a read on what they're planning on doing, and if they're planning on blocking their... Yeah, okay. Well, they had Hunter 100. All right, please don't hit Edict to Steal. Oh, shit, this also checks our arsenal. Oh, no. All right, Sink Below was revealed. All right, they get to go look through our deck, go drain our deck of Sink Belows. Okay. All right. One day Warrior will be good. Who knows? One day. This deck will make it to day 2 and die like all other DGA-esque decks. Yeah, I guess so. This really is the ultimate test, though, for this deck, is if you can fatigue Huntsman with this deck, that is absurd. I guess it's going to come down to whether or not they are using Eradicate, which I think they all are. This is really bad to have right now, so I think we're just going to block. Oh, man, this card forces us to lose the other one. Ugh. That's kind of bad. If we keep 2 blues, we can use our Edict to steal. I guess we'll look for an opportunity later. We'll just send the 3 for 7. Whatever. We want... Okay, so now we're going to have 2 call for backups in the graveyard. So at least we can remembrance them if we really want to. All right, so they're going to start getting their silver value out of their gloves. Sure. All right, if we have double blue, we can do an Edict turn. Okay, we got Blunton and a Fiddler's Green. I think we're supposed to Blunt in the first one, and Fiddler's Green the second. All right, so they discarded a Fate Foreseen, so is this... Okay. They sunk the top card, which means it's expensive. Could block 4, but then our turn kind of sucks. I think it's fine. They might get a silver off this, but whatever. They did not. Sweet. Unfortunately, that got banished into the graveyard, so we don't get the life. We do have Tunic up now. What does this enable with this deck? I'm not sure what we're going to use Tunic on yet, but yeah. You could Tunic too. Yeah. Still trying to figure out what that's going to be used for, but we'll figure it out. I do want to get this out of our arsenal because, okay, our opponent has seen 2 Hunter Hunteds in the first 3 turns. That's not good. Sharp Incline. Well, there goes all of our Sharp Inclines. He only banished 1? What? Oh, we only have 2 in our deck. Or 1 in our deck. The deck list says that there's 2, but I don't know what's going on. Huh. You could pitch the blue to sharpen and then swing and then pitch the red. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so that's a good way to use Edict. Okay. Yellow Edict in particular. Clunky hand. We're just going to fate this, pitch these into our deck, I guess. Do we want 3 reds next to each other? No, we'll just keep this on top. Okay, so we can sharpen this way, edict, and guess we can probably want to move this into the stack just in case this is toe the line on top. And we can tunic swing again. Seems decent. This guy is so damn lucky. Holy shit. 3 hunteds in 4 turns. All right. Hopefully toe the line is not on top of the deck. If it is, at least we've kind of played around it. Pay up. Oh, we know what's on top of the deck. Pay up is on top. All right. Well, sure. All right. Our opponent has resolved all of them. Okay. Sure. All right. So this is as high rolly as it gets for Huntsman, right? Like. Okay, a good chunk of damage there. Our deck is now smaller than theirs, which is worrying. All right, we drew a Blunton, but we didn't draw resources. If they pitch into their dagger, though, this ends their turn. We can send the CNC or the weakest link. Yeah, the hits haven't been too bad. Okay, so you're just going to pass. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like we want to CNC this and pitch these. Pitch these. Blunted is a... Do we want the... I guess we already have a D-react, so let's go here. Let's save the Blunton. Because very likely he blocks 2 cards and then he swings back with his dagger into something. Or just block with all the armor. Okay. Okay. I guess he has a lot of silver, so it makes sense. Blunted in second cycle is insane, though. Yes, because there's way more likely to swing his weapons. All right, we got a good hand. Okay, so this doesn't have go again, but he still has cards, so very likely a black text this turn. This is probably coercive into Codex. Which is kind of annoying. His tunic is up, but he's not going to swing his weapon this turn, so the Blunton is useless. Blunton giveth, Blunton taketh. All right. Oh, just going to end your turn, really? What? Huh. All right, well. We will proceed to edict you. Right, again, we're going to use the Iron Song Verses in the second attack. All right, there's the sink below. Sure. Our opponent's playing pretty well. So far, we haven't seen any mistakes from them. It's good to see the Eradicates being blocked with. So they know Toe the Line is an arsenal, right? So... All right. Swordmaster's Path with Tunic actually has some nice synergies here. So we'll get the total line out. Still going to banish a card, though, which kind of feels bad. All right, and they did make a silver. Okay. All right, so we have a flurry token already, so I feel like we're supposed to go here, save the edict for next turn. So Swordmaster's Path is going to get us a double sharpen, which is quite nice. Yeah, we'll save the edict for next turn. It's all an optimization puzzle. Do we tunic here? Tunic for verses? I don't think we do. All right, we've been as card efficient as humanly possible. He has resolved all 3 Hunter Hunteds, and the deck sizes are about even now. So we'll see. We're probably gonna have to fatigue by damage. Eventually, we're just gonna have to say we need to play all of our good cards. We haven't seen any Remembrance either, so there's that. Oh. Huh. Oh no. The chance that there's a yellow is so small, it would have to be blunted. Or Remembrance, I guess. All right, we have a large life lead, so we need to basically stop blocking and start like punching them in the face. If we draw double blue hands, we need to attack with them. That's how we get our card efficiency up. I don't think any warrior, even if they're DGA, I don't even think they fatigue Huntsman. So this will be very, very impressive if Hala can fatigue Arachne. I'm going to be very shocked. Very, very shocked. What's up, SD Havoc? How you doing? We are playing Hala. All right, let's draw an offensive hand, please. I would like to attack. Okay, technically this does attack with the yellow edict. All right, we're just going to take this. We might lose this to a CNC. This smells like a CNC off of Frailty or yeah. That's unfortunate. Oh shit! Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh, we're under Scale Peeler. I forgot about it. All right, we're gonna lose the edict. So what is our turn? All right, we're supposed to block with this. We're supposed to Iron Song versus swing. All right, goodbye, edict. Doing good, man. Love the heroes. Still sad she didn't get a shield. Non-lore accurate Hala hurts my brain. Yeah, this should have been a one-handed weapon. Then she's the mentor to Dorinthia, so it's like it's got to be a two-handed weapon. All right, so Iron Song. Technically, if we want to be really... No, we don't have a flurry token. That doesn't work. All right, fundamentals of fatigue. Attack every turn with your weapon. We really need to stop blocking. We really need to start attacking. We haven't seen a single Remembrance as well. Huh. We don't have a flurry generator in our hand. So we're just gonna have to play. This deck list is weird, Damien. I don't know if you're still watching, but I guess we're just gonna put Fiddler's Green into our deck. We're gonna be card efficient here. Yeah, we're just gonna be card efficient. Coercive. Okay, so potentially a big turn from them. Edict of Steel on top. I think we have to keep it there. It's a good card to have. And us keeping it on top baited them into playing Cut the Chase. Okay. Sure. And they're leaving it on top. All right. We have gained all the deck. All right, we're going to put a card into our arsenal. I guess CNC is the best one. They got to leave no witnesses, so we're going to have to block the dynamos. We try and Tunic this time. You were so sure of the other chest. This is we're playing a weird ass Damien deck. This is Pallades, but in warrior form. Do we Tunic Swing with Frailty? Guess we don't. Hey, we found a Remembrance. Now, it is turn 11 and we haven't seen a Remembrance, so our opponent might actually think that they can fatigue as a win con. So we need to get back, call for backups and edicts, right? That's how we fatigue, right? This is a train wreck, kind of. It is kind of a train wreck. All right, so Annihilate the Armed is going to hit us here. And they're going hard on this turn, it looks like. Or they're just trying... Okay, they're going hard on the mill here. Oh, I should have used the Remembrance in response. Ugh, okay. Because it changes what the top card is. Okay, back to our turn. We could send a CNC for a breakpoint. That's kind of good. Tunic Pummel. Now, of course, they've generated infinite silver, so... So not as good as Pallades. Yep, basically. Damien equals fatigue deck. Yes, basically. Crazy synergy with Hala, yes. This is Edict of Steel plus all the generics that are good with Remembrance. Really? Oh, he has Oasis. Oh. As soon as they didn't give Graven Gloves, I was like, oh, okay, fine. I think we Arsenal this. Ooh, a good hand. All right, we really need to stop blocking because we're getting to the point where we need all of our life. All right, this isn't a blue, so it's not... Okay. All right. Edict. I think we need to sharpen as many times as we can, right? I'm going to use the tunic to swing again and get the remembrance out of there. So turn 12, we're going to spring the first... Well, technically, they could have sank remembrances. I guess they could have done that, yeah. Here's an interesting judge question. You're not... When it says shuffle up to 3 action cards, you're not allowed to look at your deck, right? Before you shuffle. Yeah, you're definitely not allowed to look at your deck before you shuffle. Okay. Because I was like, all right, let's see what he's been sinking. All right, blocking with surgical extraction. That is a win con at the end of the game. All right, what is the highest damage density? Is it really just 3 Edict of Seals, or do we want Call for Backup as well? I don't think a Call for Backup hurts. Maybe we get one of them back. Because then it allows us to put back other one. It allows us to put back more cards, I guess. But we don't want to see... Yeah, I guess we don't want to draw 2 Edicts in the same hand. So we'll just do it like that. All right. You shuffle face down always. Technically, the contents of your deck should be known to you if you remember what you have. Well, I just want to see like what he sank. But I don't think I'm allowed to see that. Yeah. All right, so still has potentially shred left. Cut to the chase is gone. We need this flurry token or our turn sucks. So I don't even think we can block with the dynamos. Oh, they have just a Nick. Oh my god. That's so bad. I forgot this was a card. I guess Huntsmans do run like one of these. All right, do I use this now? I think I don't, because if this is Codex, he pitched a Codex, but there's a chance this is Codex. I mean, there has to be something else coming, right? You don't black text for no reason. All right, do it. Oh my god, all of our cards going away. 18 cards have been banished this game. All right, so I presume this is Codex or CNC or something. Oh my god, 19 cards damaged. All right. Huntsman trigger. Sank the top card of our deck. Here, here, here. How greedy are we supposed to be? We're down 9 cards. Maybe we're supposed to go here, here. Keep the Blunton in our deck. I think we have to go for like max card efficiency, right? And we're basically guaranteed to have yeah, if he shreds this, it'll hit. Okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. All right. So we need the Swordmaster's Path. We need to sharpen. And we can Ironsong versus later. Just in the nick of time, yeah. Cut to the Chase is contract only. Yes, I should have. Yeah. Prognosis is not a contract card. Okay, no blocks from him. Interesting. Okay. Oh, never mind. Okay, so man, they still have a decent amount of D-Rex left in their deck. Their D-Rex have been like spread out nicely in their deck. No clumps. All right, decent chance we draw a Remembrance next turn. Which I guess is our extender. Oh. Oh, okay. Sure, why don't we draw 2 Remembrances? He sank the top card. Are we really just blocking with all this? We can't let this hit, right? It's just too much. It's just too much. All right, we need to poke with the Zenith Blade with one of the Remembrances. Arsenal the other one. Okay, we've come back a little bit in terms of card density. This is going to be crazy if Hala can fatigue Huntsman. That's nuts. Double Remembrance all the way. Dude, we have triple Remembrance, man. Ooh, baby, we got Edict of Steel. Let's go. All right. Unless they have Shred, we do not need to care about this. I don't think we need to care about... So we do want to try to space out the edicts, but I also don't want to block for no reason. I guess we should preserve our Ironsong versus a little bit longer. I think is okay. Like the chance they have 2 attack reactions is pretty low. Right? 1 attack. It could be coercive plus. Maybe we're supposed to block for 3 here. It feels really bad. But I guess we could turn this into 2 damage, so I guess it's not the end of the world. We still have a lot. We still have a lot of edicts left in our deck, so it's not like we really need the yellow one. Like, we only get shot if this is Shred plus Mask, right? This could be Blue Shred. It could be a second Justinic. I don't think they run... We're just going to block 3. Oh my god. Oh no. You guys are right. Oh god. It's 2 Justinics? Oh god. This guy runs 3 of them? Really? He drew them together? Are you kidding me? Okay, there was no stopping this. Okay. You didn't Mask of Perdition? Interesting. Okay, so we just lost a bunch of cards from our deck. Oh. Ooh. All right, hopefully we don't lose a bunch of Edicts. That would be bad. Weakest Link, goodbye. Provoke, goodbye. Edict to Steal, Fate Foreseen, goodbye. Okay. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. It's interesting. We could actually play the Provoke as well. I guess we'll see what he does and then decide what to do. Oh no, we have to decide now, don't we? Do we want 2 more damage or do we want to get a card from them? I don't know. I think disrupting them is probably worth more. I think. It's probably worth more. Interesting. All right, I think we're provoking here because there's a chance that Iron Song Versus can be used. Trading card for card with them, I don't know if that's correct. Because this is 2 damage and a card in our deck. Or, because I don't know if their hand is going to be that nuts anyways. Yeah, it's like, okay. All right, do we... Now, if we Iron Song Versus, they're just going to give us Mask, so we'll just swing. Okay, I think that was a mistake. I think we're supposed to keep the Provoke in our deck. Okay, their turn is going to suck. Okay, got it. You didn't want to preserve the blue in the deck? I think that was correct. I was supposed to preserve the Provoke in the deck. Hey, I played against you in my skirmish. Yes, you did. 12 cards in deck, OP with 24 life. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, they're playing Remembrance. Okay. Sure. That's not good. All right. I think we just... Oh, they're codexing. Okay. So we're actually going to get stuff out. Great. Okay, so we're going to toe the line and cast the Remembrance. We'll pitch this, and then we'll swing. Seems good. We lose a card in our deck if this hits. I think this is the time to give up Iron Song Versus, I think. What did they put back? They put back surgical. Oh, great. Oh, boy. All right. Activate Hala. Swing. Guys, it looks like we cannot fatigue Huntsman. Very sad. All the surgical extraction is going to be very, very annoying. But at least we still have some D-reacts and they don't have things to push. They don't have... I guess Shred is their way to push. Huntsman running 3 just to mix, man. Ugh. Yeah, Cut to the Chase is gone. Surgical is a contract card, right? So. All right, they blocked with an Eradicate. Sure. All right, what do we put back? Edict, call for backup, I guess. And we arsenal this. Guys, our Banish Zone has 24 cards in it. Did this Blunton just ruin their turn? Let's hope. Ooh, they discarded CNC. Interesting. Okay. Why not? Oh, they have Codex. Oh, no. Never mind. They don't. What? This could be a Codex from them. They discarded CNC? That's really weird. I mean, we can't block this, right? Like, yeah. Worst comes to worst, we'll just, jam on this. Okay, that's the least bad thing that can happen. All right, so we're just going to shelter, send the call for backup, I guess. $12 cards to deal 24 life. That would be a problem if we didn't have an actual weapon. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. I need to block with I need to keep going back. Sorry. I need to block with this. I forgot. My reactions are blocking one less. I was just looking at my provoke saying, oh no, my provoke blocks one less. All right. Send in the 3 for 7. Let's go. Can we out-remembrance Huntsman? That is the question. Had a similar issue running into New while playing Terra. Just rips cards and it was rough. In Sage? Yeah. I mean, yeah, New is really good against all the Guardians in Sage for sure. Okay, so... Okay, interesting. They're taking a big chunk of damage here. Oh, no, never mind. They're taking a little chunk of damage. I really wonder how bad these surgicals are going to hit. Because he remembers back 3 surgical extractions. I don't know if we can keep a hand that deploys Edict to Steal effectively. All right. So he pitched a surgical, so maybe there's a surgical coming. Like, the only issue is that he doesn't have a way to push surgicals through. All right, so we have a good hand, but we also have, like every card here is efficient. All right, let's just not block this. If we have to give up our tunic to reset the, it's kind of bad. So dagger, surgical. How bad is that? Dagger, surgical means we block Kabuto plus weakest link. He has 1 shelter left in his deck, 1 Oasis possibly. I mean, we don't block this. We're at such a high life total. All right, so I presume there's a surgical coming. Okay, there's a surgical. We're under nerve and scale peeler, so this blocks 1. So yeah, okay, so we do a efficient edict turn, and then we remembrance arsenal of CNC. This might come down to the fact that Tunic allows us to keep swinging even if we're out of deck. Okay, this is going to reset our dynamos, which is super important. Are we out of D-reacts? I think we have... Yeah, we have 1 fate left. Okay. All of our sync below... No, there's... Here, we actually have no more D-reacts. Okay. All right, red edict. Swing. If we had Tunic up, we could have used the CNC for the hero ability. Like, we really need to use our hero ability a little bit more. That provoke block might come back to haunt us. This game is getting so close. Do I actually want Remembrance out of my arsenal right now? I think we do. All right. Call for backup is... This is pseudo drone of brutality. We block with it, we get a card back. So we'll go here plus... Yeah, we'll go call, edict, other edict. Yeah. All right, we are out of remembrances now. This is our deck total. All right, so I presume Surgical's coming this turn. So we have the correct block for Surgical, and we could send back something while he still might have a D-react in his deck. All right, so Dagger, Dagger, Surgical. Okay, never mind. Dagger, Surgical. Interesting. We're just going for it. Okay. All right. So we're going to send the CNC Arsenal call. Oh, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. We need to block here so we get a card back. Block here, here. We're going to Arsenal the Sirens. Our opponent should have 1 more shelter, so the CNC might be a little awkward. Feels so weird arseling a Sirens, but I guess that's what we need to do. Okay, so call for backup trigger. It can't find a buddy. But we can put CNC and... Is life gain better? Sensor's also strong here, because we know he wants to send Surgicals. Yeah, Sensor CNC sounds the strongest here. Need to really, really be careful here at the end of the game. The whole game's coming to this point right now. Interesting. Ooh, that's bad. He still has a shred left in his deck. All right. Okay, you get our blue. All right, I guess we... He still has a Codex. If we empty out our arsenal, that's bad. Codex is so efficient. I guess we have to send some disruption at him. Tunic saving the day here. Oh boy. We have so if we consider each card is worth 3 block, it's like we have 4 extra cards in our deck, 10 against 8, but we're about to draw. So we're roughly on the same amount. But if he ever decks out, he can't swing anymore. Whereas even if Surgical takes my last card, I can still Tunic swing. Oh boy. All right, so I presume this is a Codex turn. Yep, definitely is. All right, so we're gonna let the Codex do whatever he needs to do, and we'll just give up our arsenal, whatever it is. Shred and Shelter entering. So we can block with the Overcrowded. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right. Yellow Edict is hard to get out of our arsenal, potentially. I mean, do we Arsenal Edict? I don't think we... I mean, we can. I think we need every ounce of damage we have from our deck. We need every single bit of damage we have. We have 2 blues left in our deck, which means this is hard to turn on. So we sharpen, use these to swing. Our opponent has gotten so much life out of their recursion. All right, we're out of cards now. Was CNC the right card for him to take there with Codex? Yeah, I mean, it's the most damage. I mean, obviously with me getting... well, deck damage is also a concern. So Leave No Witnesses might have been better. Although, Overcrowded does just block cleanly for 4. So, okay, so he has his last de-react the Shelter, I guess. God, what a grind. Yeah, I mean, this was an experiment here. All right, so surgical. If he has surgical in his hand, we are really screwed. We still have some life to give, which is interesting. All right, and he gave his tunic up. All right, so basically surgical is like a death sentence here. This is his last surgical as well, though. This is his last surgical. No, shred is in the next hand. He should have waited. So we're under scale peeler, so both of these block for 0. So if we give 2 cards, I mean, we're losing a card either way. So we're just going to lose our blue. And we'll probably just send the Sirens pitching that, I guess. Wait, this is wrong. We need to... Oh, no, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Please don't block. All right, so we need to... He might take the Edict, actually. I think he's going to take my blue, but I think that's a mistake. The blue will make him a silver, though? It's interesting. The Eradicate never really came out. With Tunic coming up, he's definitely supposed to take Edict of Steel. Yeah, we can Edict with a red with Tunic. This guy's been playing well. I think he's going to realize what he's supposed to do here. You have chosen poorly. All right, this is going to... He has no armor left. This is Breakpoint City here. He has one more shelter, so he's fine. All right, this is still ripping a lot of cards. They definitely should have taken the Edict, because this... All right. Can our Sirens of Safe Harbor close the game out? This is irrelevant. Guys, we might barely get there. We have the life buffer here, which is important. Unless... Yeah. This is so funny. This doesn't actually... This has nothing to check. Oh, boy. My clock is faster. My clock is faster. My weapon is bigger. We win, I think. I'm pretty sure we win. All it took was 3 remembrances and the most degenerate Hala build you've ever seen. But Warrior can fatigue Huntsman without a DGA. Oh, baby, we got there. Let's go. Oh, boy. What an absolute slogfest. 24 turns of smacking each other. We should use Hala more. Okay, yeah, we definitely should have used Hala more. Block a little bit less. That provoke play, a little bit sketchy. Insane game. 3 is bigger than 1. That's what we learned today, boys. I think if they take the Edict of Steel, we don't quite have enough damage. That was a... Yeah. Blue to sharpen, tunic to swing, so you have breakpoint every 3 turns. Yep. I agree. Does this game end in time IRL? Probably. I've never gone to time in a ranked game. I have 1,000 rated matches at least, and I've never gone to time. Like, you have to be a real slowpoke to go to time. 58. Yeah. I played a little bit slowly, but that's because I'm not super familiar with this hero. So, all right, chat. We're definitely not playing any more games after that. Okay, all right. So we did a little bit of everything today. We did summary of what we did. We played the armory deck a couple times. We played with the kind of traditional mid-range style warrior, and then we played a fatigue game. So, yep, a little bit of everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. All right, we'll kind of wind things down now. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the chat, and I'll try to answer them. There's still a couple more weeks of skirmish, so you have a chance to go get the Swordmaster Shine and Flurry playmats. If you're a warrior player, those are definitely 2 nice pickups. And they also have like Swordmaster Shine promos and stuff like that. So if you're a warrior player, you definitely would enjoy getting some of those goodies. Tomorrow, Nathan will be back streaming. I think he's going to talk about the new cards from the Omen set. As for our spoiler, that'll be sometime next week. So, all right, looks like there are really no questions in chat, so I guess we can just kind of wind things down. Turbo Viking says, great game. Yep, great game. All right. Remember the quote down there. A game of flesh and blood is intended to be won from incremental advantages gained through the accumulation of many good decisions. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Take care.